Inawaya, Inawaya, hey ya, Inawaya, hey ha, way ha, hey ha, hey ha, way ha, hey ha, way ha. Hello, bonjour, Gwe. My name is WhiteDove, and I'm from the Wabanaki Nations of the northeast of the United States of America and eastern Canada. And the Wabanaki Nations include the Abenaki, the Penobscot, the Passamaquoddy, the Micmac, and the Maliseet Nations. And from a YouTube video that I recently produced called Autumn 2012 in Acadia National Park, USA, you already know what a very special place Acadia National Park is to me. And in that video production you learned how Acadia National Park makes my heart sing when I'm there. I can't help but sing when I'm there. And Acadia National Park also inspires me to write poetry. And that's what I would like to share with you in this YouTube video called The Poetry of Acadia National Park. And this past summer, 2012, I had the pleasure of being on top of Cadillac Mountain in Acadia National Park when the drummers/singers from the Penobscot Nation were actually drumming and singing up on the summit of the mountain. And I wrote a poem of that experience, and I'd like to share it with you right now. In the Penobscot language, the Penobscots call themselves the Bernawerbskeg people. And so the title of my poem is The Bernawerbskeg Drummers on Cadillac Mountain. Bernawerbskeg is the name for the Penobscot Nation. So here's my poem. Voila! The Bernawerbskeg Drummers on Cadillac Mountain. The Bernawerbskeg drummers came to Cadillac Mountain like wishing coins come to a magic fountain. As they sang praise to all of creation, they represented the Penobscot Nation. First appeared Brother Eagle to pay homage and to help us escape our daily bondage. Then Grandfather Sun sat high in the sky, blazing yellow as the eagle's eye. Father Sky dropped his curtain of blue to wish us all peace in his most brilliant hue. Dancers arrived one by one to dance healing prayers around the drum, sending positive vibes to the sun. Then came the tourists of Acadia National Park, bringing to the circle their own special spark. All assembled round the drummer's circle, spinning a powerful aura of purple. Down below, whale breached from the salt water, sending droplets of hope as the day became hotter. Sister Breeze joined the drumming, with her cool voice softly humming, "I'll keep the four winds coming." The Porcupine Islands and Frenchman's Bay also had something important to say. "We're sending love and joy your way, and hope you all enjoy your stay." The surrounding pines led our eyes to the skies, to behold gliding seagulls with musical cries. We all sat on pink rocks of great length, which filled everyone there with great strength. The mighty Atlantic Ocean below smiled up at us with her white caps aglow. The majestic mountain with all of her grace brought us back to another time and space. Long known to the Wabanaki peoples this place, the Bernawerbskeg drummers left without a trace. Thank you. So I invite you to watch the following video with clips of the Bernawerbskeg singers or the Penobscot drummers on top of Cadillac Mountain doing ceremony. And you'll also get a chance to see some other beautiful film footage I took of Acadia National Park this past year along with some of my poetry reading. Acorns of Acadia. Acorns by the sea, on the carriage roads of forever, I ventured the Acadia dream on the doorway to September. My bicycle takes me along lily-laden pond, where I get a glimpse of a great beaver lodge. In hearing oak leaves rustle their special song, I notice acorns on the road that I must dodge. Therefore, a trail of acorns I would follow, seeds growing oak trees into tomorrows, putting to rest all grief and sorrow, with promise of plenty of lifetimes to borrow. These acorns of Acadia I would gather to share, to help all humanity chase away her despair. Each acorn holds dreams, hopes, and salt air, to put to rest all worries and cares. Thank you. I was inspired to write that poem after bicycling along the carriage roads of Bar Harbor this fall, 2012. And now we're here, and now we're here, hi. Albert's Meadow. Low tide has come to Albert's Meadow, with Balance Rock now casting its shadow upon seabirds in tide pools taking their bath along Bar Harbor's well-known shore path. Here are colorful rock formations hard to ignore as I study small stones along the rocky shore. Barnacles dress rocks in polka dots galore, while another whale watch boat gives a tour. Tide pools showcase shells, fall leaves, and mystery, while the harbor displays a fishing industry. Two ravens land and caw just yards from me, their beaks sorting through gold weeds from the sea. Buoy bells gong their own special song, while church bells ding-dong from the village lawn. I spot seashells on the beach so long, where light-hearted laughter of tourists belong. A yellow lobster boat catches my eye, while September moon fills the sky. Seagulls begin to cry as they fly, and those from away soon say goodbye. Thank you. I was inspired to write this poem from one of my favorite parks in Bar Harbor called Albert's Meadow, which looks over Bar Harbor and Frenchman's Bay. And away, hi, ha. Bridge Street, Bar Harbor. Again the tide is low, as far as it can go. The bridge reveals itself, made of sand and shell, a natural connection to Bar Island, across the bay from Bar Harbor. I walk across the bar before high tide, stopping by tide pools where mussels hide. Seagulls wade the water looking for lunch. Me, I better book it before the water rises too much. I finally reach Bar Island well before dark and notice a sign saying Acadia National Park. The sign cautioned, "Depart before the bridge disappears," so I followed a trail till confronted by my fears. I then turned back in search of the sandbar, looked up at the sky and glimpsed the first star. I reached the island's edge without getting lost, and was relieved to see enough bridge to cross. I walked the sandy bridge as the tide was rising. At this point, what could be more surprising? The views of Mount Desert Island were spectacular. Mountains, hotels, ships beyond the vernacular. I finally made it back to the mainland, which of course is Mount Desert Island. The bar disappears with all her sand and glory, while I managed to escape to share my story. Thank you. I was inspired to write this poem after crossing the sandbar one day this summer when the tide was low, which connects Bar Harbor, Mount Desert Island, with Bar Island. Hello again. I hope you enjoyed the show. And I'd like to close with yet one more poem that I was inspired to write as a result of my personal experiences on Mount Desert Island and in Acadia National Park, here in our beautiful state of Maine in the United States of America. This poem is called A Wise Woman. Once again she casts her spell on me. There is no place else I'd rather be. Her light I now clearly see. When I'm not with her, I feel so lonely. Her sparkling eyes on the water's surface seem to give my life great purpose. As I wait for a porpoise to break the surface, I look forward to my hike up her precipice. Then there are her islands that hug her with myriad points of balsam fir. And then there is so much that can occur, like fog banks, whitecaps, and sounds of the surf. Her coves abound with seagull cries, often shadowed by foggy skies. Her seasonal cycles guided by tides, while everything else seems to override. For me, Mount Desert Island is a paradise, like a wise woman sharing good advice. Let go of all that is precise. Slow down, breathe, and enjoy life. So I hope you enjoyed Poetry of Acadia National Park 2012. And I look forward with sharing some of my future videos with you. Thanks for watching. Merci beaucoup. Wiliwan. Giji Wiliwani.